There is... Oh, I was supposed to turn that off. There is a shocking number of people here. Oh, it has turned off. There is a shocking number of people here for a Sunday evening. Hey, everybody. If you were confused, I turned off the membership goal for tonight because we don't need that here for the Sunday evening stream. We're not going to be doing this every single Sunday. I'm gonna chuck out a couple of caveats right now. First caveat, we're not doing this every single Sunday. Maybe every now and again. But Sundays is supposed to be my one full day off. But I have been trying to get a little bit more inspired lately to do my own hobbying. And I had been looking through Discord and I realised that we hadn't actually covered Stream Gallery in forever. Now, if you're relatively new, relatively recent to the channel, this is something we actually used to do quite frequently. We basically pull up the Stream Gallery section of Discord and showcase what the community have been working on so you guys can see everybody else's work in glorious YouTube streaming out to everybody, right? So everyone gets to see it. And some people give a fuck and some people don't, but I think it's just a cool, nice thing to do to show off the community's work to the general public. Just as a thing we can do. Lucy's here as well, by the way. She likes pretty pictures.
I do.
And like I said, part of the reason for this was a bit of inspiration. So today, in fact, I spent some time working on this little cheeky chappy here, my little High Fleet Kronos Tyrannid. He's not ready for Stream Gallery himself yet because he's quite far off. But I thought normally Mondays is hobby evening. I thought we would get this in now, so maybe I'll do a bit more painting tomorrow. That's kind of the whole point of it.
I don't know what I'm going to do for hobby evening because I've ended up taking my knitting out and about with me now. I just sit in the park like the crazy knitting lady.
Yeah, she is the crazy old lady now out in the park.
Yeah, the boys will be in the park climbing trees and I'll just be sat in a corner on my picnic blanket knitting away like a mad woman. But it's a little slice of heaven for you to empty your cup, isn't it?
Yeah. So as always, you can do all the normal things. You can gift memberships, you can super chat, you can become a member, all that kind of stuff if you want to, but it's not actually all about that right now. And if you could do us a favor, you can at least hit the magical YouTube buttons for us. So, but remember, it's not about that now. It's not about memberships or super chats tonight. This is about showing the community the community.
So your money is no good here.
I mean,
Don't get it out.
All right. Right. Let's not go too far.
Oh, can you hear that backpedaling chat?
Let's not go too far. It is of value and it's good. It's just not what it's about. There's no membership target. There's no super chat goal. There's none of that nonsense. We're just here to show off Discord. I mean, I am working on my day off. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Right? I'm just throwing that out there. So all we do here is we pull up Stream Gallery in Discord and we look at people's images. So Friday, actually, I mentioned that we were going to do this as a thing, and then, or potentially do this as a thing. And then yesterday I put a notice in Discord and said, hey, put your images below and we will show it off on stream as best we can. Okay. I don't know how well this will look or how well it will translate because I've already seen some of the images in there. Some of them are already beautiful. And so hopefully YouTube makes it look a bit shitter so I don't feel so bad about my painting. It's kind of the goal, if I'm honest with you.
It's like when you hold it really far away and it looks great.
Yeah.
Don't come any closer than that. It looks perfect.
This is where this is right now, actually. If you look at it from a reasonable distance, you're like, oh, he's done some good highlighting there. I'm like, don't go close.
Yeah. You turn that zoom off.
Because then you'll see the blodge every now and like you get closer, you go, my model's like, I mean, it's like this. Where's the camera? This way. It's like, oh, it's pretty good. It's all right. Yeah, it's decent. It's a bit worse. It's not sure what you were doing there. Dog shit. Right? So that's where I am right now.
All you need to do is stay in the lines.
This doesn't have lines to stay in.
Stay in the lines.
It doesn't have lines to stay in. And of course, in traditional channel fashion, you all choose to fucking ignore me. So thank you, Stephen, for the gifted 5, Ozzy for the 1, Chaotic Failure for the 5, and Adrian for the 1. 12 new members. I haven't got an updated tracker, which is quite liberating, actually. But you can tell it's a different stream. I haven't even got beer or mead. Literally have tea.
Yep, Sunday night tea. Unwinding, ready to start the 39th week of the year tomorrow.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, we're 39 weeks
fucking
in.
Christ.
I know. It feels it, though, I think.
So yeah, that's the kind of concept. That's the point tonight. Right, now let me see if I can zoom in on Discord. I can't. Okay, well, tough. You'll have to look at the little pictures. Simply Brazen, thank you for the Canadian 10. Have a pint on me on your day off. Cheers. I have had a pint today. A friend and I rode to a pub, had a pint. Job done. Soups, thanks for the 5. Don't you dare talk down your own painting, sir. It's not I can't do that. It's I can't do that yet. Well, so I was talking.
Oh, I love that.
I was talking to some of the people that I talk to frequently about this. I haven't painted anything to completion for so long because of the channel and because of deadlines that my brush control is just gone. And brush control is like muscle memory. It takes ages to get it back. We used to do the odd hobby stream and all. I just haven't hobbied in forever.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about reinvigorating the Twitch channel and turning it into a hobby channel so it doesn't smash my YouTube algorithm to bits. And doing a hobby session once a week or something. Just because if I put it in a regular stream slot, I will do it because I have to, and that means I'm hobbying every week rather than going. I can't be asked to watch TV.
It's so tempting though, isn't it? When the kids are in bed and the dog's been fed and everything's done, the dishwasher's on, and you just kind of go, I can't be asked to pick, because the thing that is your hobby is the thing you take pride in, and then I get worried. I don't want to touch my knitting because I'm tired.
I just have to accept the fact that I can't paint like Waller, and I've found a guide that works for me at the moment, and I've actually enjoyed the process today of the one model I've been painting. But we'll see, we'll get there. Schooner, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. You're all heroes, you're all legends. But like I said, it's not about that today. What it's about is this stream gallery. Right, welcome to the wonderful world of Liam's Discord. Okay, this is what I said yesterday. Currently for one night only. And that doesn't mean this is the only one we're ever going to do. This is just me saying I'm not doing this every fucking week because it's too much. Maybe once a month or something like that. I don't know.
Well, it is the last Sunday of the month today, so maybe
that's not a bad shout.
Yeah,
that could work. For one night only, we're going to bring back Stream Gallery at some point tomorrow evening. This is tonight now, obviously. I'll go live and showcase all your work on YouTube. If you want your work to be seen, post it below. Please try and post decent high-res images. Please do not start having conversations. I know what you lot fucking like. A sentence to explain your custom work is more than fine, but we're putting this thread on screen. Thanks, love yours. I don't want to go through 25 people going, oh, I did this once, and I did this, and then that's for a different thread, right? So we start off, it's in streamer mode as well, so it doesn't tell me what their name is. It just tells me that his name is W, so I have to turn off streamer mode. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking Discord. Because otherwise I can't give the people the credit they deserve if I don't turn off streamer mode. Where is it? Not gift inventory. My account.
Brandon says, it just takes time, my friend. I've been working on my current model for over 50 hours because I'm being very slow with my brush control, but I'm just happy with making progress.
Hide invite links, disable sounds, disable notifications.
This is an insight chat into the attention span I get from Liam.
I don't know why.
I think I could bring in a winning football team marching through the hallway and he wouldn't care.
Okay, cool. Right, I fixed it.
See?
What were you saying?
See?
What were you saying?
Brandon said, it just takes time, my friend. I've been working on my current model for over 50 hours because I'm being very slow with my brush control, but I'm just happy with making progress.
Oh. I'm trying to tell myself I'm just going to be happy with making progress. But we'll see. We'll see. Morty Hammer, thank you for the 5. I'm working on getting my whole painted Space Marine army ready for a grand reveal for the first time. Hopefully done today. That sounds amazing, man. Keep going. Keep working at it. Right, so, Mr. the William Wills. See, I know who it is now, and I can give them credit. Apothecary Bubble Mix and 80s Computers. Dumnonian Company? Have I said that right? Who can... Now I want to turn it off already.
I thought it was a digital watch when you first opened it.
Who can paint fucking computer text that small and make it look good?
Were they transfers by any chance?
No, I don't think so.
Wow, that's insane.
Look at this.
It's just not on, is it? It's not on. We're not having it.
That's not natural, that. It's not natural. Mine is defending a wall. See, this looks slightly more achievable, Will. So this is the sort of stuff I'm happy for you to share. This fucking bollocks, though, when you're like, no, it's good, man. It looks really, really nice.
Do you think he's like the guy off Toy Story 2 when he has the glasses that get more magnified?
Maybe.
I think people have those.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
Iniquity, Adam, Saint Celestine, some of my other sisters' models. Celestine is probably the best individual model I've painted. Let's have a look. Oh, I like these extra vine things on the bottom that have been added. It's kind of cool. I love this model. I love Saint Celestine. The crisp white wings are beautiful, man. The gold works nice as well. I like the blade. The blade's cool. She is a great model, to be fair. Oh, and green at the back. That's different. Top work, Adam. This is it, by the way. This is stream gallery chat. Just if you're expecting anything else, this is it. I'll feel bad for the whole night watching your lot work. Luce will laugh at me because I feel bad. Oh, I love that green and yellow combo.
I love the green and gold combo. And there's like a teal colour and gold. I like that.
That is super cool, ads. Well done, man. Brood Roster Pool, my third Wraith night. I hope to be able to play them again in tent someday. The shield is custom based on a wave serpent. How did you make that? That's a fancy pose as well. Is he holding his sword backwards? Yeah, that's pretty sick. I like that quite a lot. Look, he's secretly stuck his little at in there just in case you wanted to follow him on Instagram. Good man. Dave, my Farsight Enclave's command structure. The little XV8 was the first. Just finished the XV86 today. I guess this is the XV8. I don't know what this is. That red's crisp though. Look at, if this was the first and this is the now, that's some decent progression.
How tall are they?
They're about, I don't know, about this big, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah?
They look much bigger in the picture.
Yeah, if this is your first, this is what I'm hoping to do with these Tyranids, right? Is have a first that is still not terrible. Like, this is still a really nice paint job, and then progress to the later and be like, I've made progress here. Then I'll come into stream gallery and want to stick forks in my eyes. Dave, I have so many models I'm proud of, but who doesn't like Dylan? Who was he based off, chat? Tell me. Remind me. He's based off someone, isn't he? He's based off someone in pop culture.
Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan. He's off of a film of some sort, I think. The camo pattern on the trousers is sick, by the way. I really like that. And if you were wondering, if you're not in the community, if you're not in the Discord server, actually, Gaz, who's in chat, I've just spotted, puts out a notification at the start of the weekend and like hobby workshop. What's your goal for this weekend? My goal was to paint one Tyranid, but my weekend starts today, and I'm going to finish painting it tomorrow. So I'm not quite in line with the time frame because I was busy yesterday and Friday.
It's the weekend workshop.
Weekend workshop, yeah, it's fucking cool. Right, it's a Predator reference. That's the one. Thank you. Schooner. There you go. Rob, what's he been doing? Votan LOTD. He's from Bone Reapers. Look at that. That's a nice fade on the blue. It's quite fancy. I'm a fan of that. The bone colour looks cool. The green looks cool. You lot are horrible.
I think it's just the colour, how people fade and blend the colours blues and greens together. I just love it.
What I really love about this as well, though, is that some of these people, you would meet them and you would have no idea they sit with little tiny miniature models and paint them to this kind of standard. It's amazing.
One of my favourite memories of Dempsey Con, I think it was our first one, was I was going around all the tables looking at the paint jobs, because just like you, I'm amazed at how these are very unassuming people have such enormous talent on a 3D object. It's not even just drawing the fruit bowl like we all did in art in school. It's a 3D model that has crevices and curves. And I said to him, I can't remember his name, but I said to him, how did you get so good at painting models? And he said, well, I was the illustrator for British Bake Off for a little bit. And I went, well, that's cheating.
This is cool, by the way. You know, some sort of conversion, I think. It's a Triox Stalker mix with a Tomb Spider, but he's super cool. My version of a Necron Stalker using the Stalker body plus a spider. There we go. I got it right. Nailed it. Custom chapter Redemptor. Oh, I love this like stone grey. That's fucking cool. People just get super creative as well. I see some of the colours that people put together or the way they build their bases, and I'm like, how have you done that? I
love it when people do armies in the theme of something. So I think I saw one that was Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompas.
Willy Wonka.
And then there was a Toy Story gang. And then...
My Monolith, because it's got LEDs in it. But most proud of my Deceiver kit bash and paint job. Where's the LEDs? Oh, they're under here. So it actually glows.
Do they glow different colours?
Green.
Just
I imagine,
green?
Because Necrons.
So we can't have disco.
Disco. I fucking love that new Monolith model. It's so good. As you can see the LEDs all the way down here as well. That's fucking cool. Big fan. The custom Deceiver. Let's have a look. Oh, the extra wings and hands. That's a bit creepy. That's kind... Oh, hang on. It's kind of the original Deceiver with wings, right? And a taller base. That's cool. is different. It looks super cool.
I'd like to know how many of you guys in chat use paint recipes, or do you just find the colour in GW or on eBay and you just hunt down that named colour, or do you use a paint recipe?
I think the majority of people will just use a paint recipe, hunt down a colour and use an individual colour.
Yeah.
My, I'm one of these people. So the gaunt that I'm painting at the moment is from a guide from Josh from War Hipster. And at the start of his guide, he lists the 12 paints you need. And I just went out and bought those 12 paints.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I'm going to do. I guess
it's safe. Well, safer than...
We were talking in the channel's WhatsApp chat about it, and Chris and Paddy were like, try and get it done in as few colours as possible, because it normally means there's less steps to it, and you're more likely to get it finished. So Chris now aims to paint each model with just 10 different colour paints.
That seems like a massive amount of paint colours.
10's not high at all.
I was thinking you were going to say 3.
No. 10's not high. I've definitely done a model or two before and used 20-25 paints on one model, because I'm really guilty for this. I like super smooth transitions. I like staged highlights. So if I'm painting a red, I'll start with normally a dark brown, and I'll work all the way up through. Normally I work with 5 to 6 reds minimum just for the red. So you end up with the dark brown, which becomes the recesses and the shades. Then you have your main red tone, which becomes your kind of mid-tone, and you'll blend shade that, and then you'll work up through 2-3 different reds to get to the brightest point, and I'll wet blend and layer it up to it, and then edge at the very end. So I've put 5 colours into one colour just to make it look like it's natural. But then if you're doing that with every colour, and you've got, say, 6 colours in the model, that's 30 paints immediately.
So because I know... I heard someone, well, I overheard them, I think at Element on our other Dempsey Con thing, and they were talking about the colour wheel. I only know the colour wheel because I've got blonde hair, so I need to use the purple shampoo because of things like pollution and sun bleaching and everything else to keep your hair bright. Didn't really think it applied to paints because paints are already...
The colour wheel?
Pigmented and manufactured.
The colour wheel?
Yeah.
The colour wheel isn't about the paint itself as an individual colour. The colour wheel is about how paints and colours work together with each other, and how certain colours shouldn't be next to each other.
Yeah.
Certain colours don't offset each other very well. Warmth, like all that kind of stuff.
But there's apparently like a whole science behind it. Because I knew like the visible spectrum, pigments, filters, blah blah, but I didn't really think it applied to manufactured colours.
There is loads of science behind the colour. It's mad. I don't fully understand it. So this is Alexitor, I think. Alexitor, look at this for a Space Wolf champion. This is my mini-me. He's my start to my Space Wolves army, where everyone is going to be wielding axes and shields, even the dreadnoughts. Full Viking, absolutely love it. He looks cool. I can't do heads and faces, really. It's part of the reason why I've gone to Tyranids. At least they're alien heads and faces. Big Bad Tim with the lion. What a model. I've actually got him unbuilt on a shelf ready to go. Joe's got the original one I started to add to the Dark Angels because he's just a gorgeous model. And Tim, you've done a top job, man. Really, really nice. Like the classic black armour, green hood. Absolutely perfect. Love it. You picked the right hood as well, Tim. You picked the right head. That's the right one. That was the correct life choice. Well done. It's my squig in a box. My squig in a box, says Soups. Have you... What? Who did you make this? Did you make that, Soups? That's fucking fancy.
Is that frosted, laminated?
I don't know what it is. It'll be resin of some sort. Probably resin pour. It's fancy, though, isn't it?
That could be, if you put a bulb in there, that could be a cool nightlight for a kid's room.
Yeah, what's she saying? It's Soups. It's shit as it is. Highlight of my Dark Angels until I'm brave enough to put paint on the lion. Azrael. How do people do faces as eyeballs and pupils? Fuck you. He's cool, though. I fucking love Azrael. I love Azrael. I love the lion. Those models are just so cool.
CJ says, use colours opposite each other on the colour wheel for highest contrast. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that is one of the things, yeah.
Isn't there a rhyme, though? Something in green should never be seen. I'm pretty sure it's red and green should never be seen. But that's literally Christmas. So I don't think it's that one.
Oh, chat. I went out and walked the dog last night. There's a house near me.
Oh, yeah.
That has Christmas lights up already. Just saying. Who's this anyway? Hilarion, Chris, what have you got here? We've got a lizard man.
They're living life.
The
right,
blue
I
and gold is cool. I like that. And we have a big fat lizard man on a chair. This is also a great model. And you've done such an incredible job there. That blue's really nice for him, actually. He's super sweet. Love it. Love it. Love it. And hate you all. Tim with the assassin. It wasn't enough that he showcased his lion. I haven't even dared take on this model yet. I don't know why. I'm terrified of it. The oxidization is really nice. Look at Tim smashing it out of the park. A big old knight. Is that kit bashed? That kit bashed him at the back there. He looks... They're all different panels, right? He looks super cool. Big fan of him. And then we have Tim's Azrael. See, Azrael's kind of red and green, although I think he looks like he's done it in the original Heresy armor, which is super cool. Love it. Love it. Angus with his very chaotic creations, which is his Imperial Knights. His Chaos Knights, sorry, not Imperial Knights. The bases look sick. Are they from, oh, God. Yeah, that company.
That one.
Versatile Terrainers that do these? Is it those people that do these bases? That's cool. If you look at it, every single one's got its own name. And they're all different. The lava bases look sick as well, by the way. And I love the shiny cherry red with the gold. Super nice looking army. I like Chaos Knights. I'm a fan of Chaos Knights. I'm a fan of those. The Brass Scorpion. This is one of those models where people spent lots of money on this one, Lise. A few £100. And Games Workshop have now said you can't use it anymore, basically. But not on this channel, because we're not giving up on Legends. Remember Friday.
How do you how do you keep skill consistency on an army when the first one was okay, but you've managed to hone the skill so your last one now looks leagues different?
I don't think you
How
do.
do you?
I don't think you do keep consistency. I think you just improve.
Do you have to go back over the first 5?
I think you can, but that's like me removing my first few videos and replacing them. So you can do.
Okay.
Either is reasonable. Like you can either go. These were the first 20 models I painted. They're nowhere near up to standard anymore. So I'm going to buy them again and repaint them, or I'm going to just repaint these ones, or I'm going to get rid of them because I don't use them, or whatever. You can do any of those things, or you could leave it in your force and say they were the first one I did, and this is the last one I did. Look at the difference. So there's lots of different things you can do. You don't have to do either.
I'd like to keep first and last, just to be like, look how far I've come.
These are incredibly difficult miniatures to paint as well. He's done a very neat job here. Angus paints beautiful chaos, apparently. Young, my favourite unit through all editions, Centurions. I won't lie to you. I always hated these models. I kind of love the scheme, though. The black and red is nice. One of my favourite things to look is how some people base their models as well. That fascinates me. The One True Hope just started my Ultramarines. That's a crisp blue. That's some crisp highlights as well. You've lined inside the shoulder pad. I never do that, almost ever, because I'm just far too lazy.
Is that blue and gold combo?
He's got the red stripe over the helmet with the white sides on it as well. Fuck that noise. Looks super nice.
How many of you paint your terrain?
Well, thankfully, exclamation mark Titan's terrain.
That wasn't at all a shameless plug.
But
I just thought, if you're going to do oxidization, do you do terrain? Would you do rust or like moss or...
Lucy's also on the advertising bandwagon. This, by the way, these highlights on these Ultramarines is absolutely beautiful. Look at even just around the gun, it's so neat and tidy, not like the splodges I fucking do. It's really nice, really crisp. Better than Brahms. There you go. Compliment. Better than Brahms. And his Necrons. Are these going to be good as well? Fucking don't annoy me with these things. That Void Dragger looks stunning, man. These are borderline box art good. Top work. Top work. Big fan. Canoptic Spider. Not a Canoptic Spider.
That Marine's incredible.
Wraith. It's very good, isn't it?
I love how blocky it is. It's quite pleasing how blocky it is.
So they do say that Marines are one of the best units to learn to paint the very basics on, because you don't have to worry too much about transitions. It's just lines, edge highlighting, recess shading, nice clean colour, which is true. But I get really bored of them, so more Ultramarines. Is it Ventress? Yeah, Uriel Ventress. Look at that. Nailed it. Green and blue. So blue and green can be seen, apparently.
Someone put on here, blue and green should never be seen without something in between.
Well, then, unfortunately, he's lied to you. Because look, it works there.
So going back to my skill consistency, Cornet Ed says, it depends. If there is a vast difference, I'd probably rebuy and redo. Keep the originals in the event I play a fucking huge battle. Probably why I ended up with more than 60,000 points.
Yes, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Mr. the Cornet Ed.
Yeah.
60,000's a lot. His apothecary biologist looks quite nice. White is an incredibly hard colour to paint well on models as well. So that looks like a nice crisp job, man. Good job. Good job, Matty. And then Memo, Celestine and the Triumph of St. Catherine. That's a cool as fuck conversion. That's Karmanov on... Wait, what's this from? Is that from the Admech Spider?
Has anyone ever painted the Shire?
Yeah, almost definitely. That's cool, man. I really like that. And Celestine's been converted as well with the Ghost Lady robe.
Is that her name?
Yes.
The Ghost Lady robe.
If you go onto Games Workshop, onto Age of Sigmar, and you search Ghost Lady, this is what you'll find.
So they've been really creative with all the other names and the paint colours.
No, Ghost Lady. Zena's been painting some Harlequins. The correct life choice. That fucking blue's cool. It's like sea. How the fuck? Is that like stippling and shit? That looks super cool. I've never seen anything like that. I'm a fan of that. It's like ocean blue almost.
We're a fan of your work.
I'm a fan of that. My version of Highs. That's a fucking amazing job. Schooner, he's back again. Here he comes. More Schooner. He hasn't had enough camera time already. New World Eaters. The old classic scheme. We love the classic scheme. Yeah, they look cool. Super cool. Big fan. I do really love these new Berserkers. Really love these new Berserkers so much.
CJ says, white is by far the worst colour to get streak-free on models, especially on large flat areas.
Yeah, white's a nightmare. Most people have always said I always say airbrush a supremely light grey, like an Ulthuan grey or something like that. Airbrush that on, and then super thin, something like a Thunderhawk blue, and use that in your recesses, and highlight with white scar and fucking leave it alone, because it's just so hard to get right.
Is it one of those that you'll find that I'll just touch that up, I'll just touch that up, and then before you know it?
The big issue with white is if you need to have it as a base coat to start with, because if you paint it over anything else and you thin the consistency enough that you don't get this like horrible kind of texture on the model because your paints are too thick, then it will take you layer upon layer upon layer to go over like a black, because white's thin, the pigment's thin, it doesn't cover well at all. The lighter the colour, normally the worse the coverage. So there's always been that famous joke from Duncan about too thin coats.
Too thin coats.
Yeah, if it's a white and you're putting it on well, it's not too thin coats. It's about 25. Honestly, I'm not. Sometimes.
Wouldn't that then ruin the detail of?
So that's why you're putting it on so thin as well, though, because you don't want to ruin the detail.
Okay.
It can be a real nightmare. Right. Where did we get to? So we did Schooner's World Eaters. They look amazing. Schooner's fucking smashing this outlet. Look at this. Is he here? Yeah, he is here. Cool. March of War Bases! Exclamation mark March for March of War Bases. March was amazing. So there's painting. What are these Space Wolves? I fucking love Space Wolves. I love the classic Goblin Green rims as well, by the way. The white's cool. Look at you, hobby people. Who knew you could do it? I love the white and the black contrast. That's really nice. I love the classic Goblin Green rims, by the way. I'm all about Goblin Green rims. I don't know if that is the actual green you've used, but, you know, I like the hat tip. Whoop. Schooner with his flame-ridden Legion of the Damned. He says, and finally. I bet he's lying. Oh, they're like... They must be third-party heads, then, because these are the new Infernus Marines, right? The bases are sick.
Escape says, an icy light blue is the best way to start a white.
I like an ultra and grey.
And this would be the colour theory again, that you don't
partly.
move
The problem
up.
with white is a lot of people, like I've known a fair few people that will paint a part of their model white and they'll use white scar, which is white. What do you highlight white with?
Oh. So
maybe
it'd be shadowing.
In its very, 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 very basic form, if I was painting something, let's pick a colour. If I was painting something with this red, it looks more like an orange, but it is a red. If I was painting something with this red and I wanted to highlight it, and there was no other colour that I could highlight with this because no other colour existed, what do? Add a bit of white to this. I've got a highlight because I've got a lighter version of this. Okay, does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
But what do you highlight white with? You can't add white to white. It ends up with white.
Shadow with grey or...
So exactly. So what you do is you pick an off-white as your white, like an ultra and grey, like a super, super, super light grey or like a bluey white, a bluey grey. You pick that as your base white. When you shade it, I've also seen people that get a beautiful white colour on, like an off-white colour, and they'll shade it with like null noir, which is a dark black. It doesn't look right because it's far too harsh. So you have to, like, that's why I use Thunderhawk Blue, because Waller told me to, basically. Thin it right down and run it loose, like very lightly into the recesses, and it almost looks like it's not there, but you're shadowing white.
Right.
So that's what you have to do, and then you get your white out, and that wasn't the colour you used, but because you've used an off-white as your main colour, you use your white to highlight, and then it looks like a highlight because it's white on and off-white.
Yeah.
So that it actually looks like a highlight then.
That sounds too complicated for me. I'll just stick to my colouring in, thanks. Stay in the lines.
Oh, I love these Legion of the Damned-esque Marines, by the way, Schooner. I love the fact that they are the new models with these crazy fucking fireheads in them as well. Super good work. Big fan. Oh, a bit of Sigma. There you go. He wasn't finished. Told you. He lied. New Cities of Sigma models. Absolutely stunning. Joe's desperate for me to buy him this set. Maybe one day if he's a good boy. Once we're in the studio, I've got more space. Big H hasn't told us what it is. It's Votan. Oh, that's a cool scheme. Basing, by the way, chat, right? Basing models is so clutch to making a model really pop. And some people often think that the way you need to base your models is extravagant bits of cork and fucking giant stones. And right, what this has proven, there is nothing here on this base apart from a texture paint and what looks like probably a couple of layers of dry brushing, right? That's it. The reason why these bases work, though, is because the colour that he's used is very different to the colour that's on the armour, so it stands out. So I've seen people that paint like green models or whatever, and then they'll put green bases on, for example. So your model doesn't stand out then because it kind of just blends in with its base. So always just try and contrast your models with your base, and your models will look nicer if you've contrasted models with base. It sounds silly, but trust me, they will look nicer. If you've got a super dark model, like Black Legion or something like that, try and put a slightly lighter colour on your base, because it really makes them stand out, then it contrasts them. And this is a perfect example, right? The one true hope, all my painted Necrons without my 3 Wraiths, so much more to paint. Luce, look, right, chat. Luce already thinks we've all got a problem. You're not helping me out here, are you?
Oh, I nearly spat my tea out then.
The green shading here on the blades, by the way, one of my favourite things in the world is blending colours. This is beautiful. Good job. I love blending colours. I haven't got the patience. My bug, the only thing left to really do on it is paint the teeth, paint the eyes, and then finish the claws off, which is when I start blending. And that's my favourite part, is blending. But what I'm doing on this particular set of models is I'm leaving the blending right till the end, because otherwise I end up spending 3 days blending one power sword, which looks amazing. And I think, 20 power swords here. Have I really got fucking 60 days to paint models? No is the answer. Those Necrons are gorgeous, by the way. Resident Rum Drinker with his Taurox. The classic blue scheme. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love the red on that. It's a really nice crisp job, man. Really nice crisp job. Super into it. Really
I like
that.
Tank.
The Taurox.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a modern day APC.
I like how chunky it is.
Here's what I don't like about tanks in the 41st millennium, Luce, right?
What?
If you look on the left-hand side of the tank here, you'll see this fucking great big gun.
Okay.
Fucking great big gun. Fucking great big guns are good in war, because you can shoot your fucking great big gun at the enemy.
Right.
Until the bloke steps out that door.
Who put the gun there?
Exactly. Or who put the door there? Who does that?
Don't you come out the top of a tank?
You can.
Maybe it's a decorative door.
I mean,
We all have one of those.
It's got steps and a fucking handle.
How many of us have a front door but never use it? We go through the side door or the back door.
You're always telling me to use the back door.
Some of us have a decorative door. Maybe it's a decorative door. I'm just going to glaze right over that, Liam, because it's Sunday and I deserve a husband who treats me and talks to me with respect. That's what I deserve. That's the standard I'm setting for this week.
Hey, the different kind of panels at the top there are super cool as well. Always telling me to use the back door. Vornak with the light. People seem to be into the lion, by the way. Oh, I love the basing. You almost got the right head. Almost. Just not quite. Yeah, he's super cool. I like him. I really want to paint him one day. But I feel like he's something I'd want to paint and try and put into like a competition or something. But I don't think I'm ever going to be good enough for that. Crisis, you and the shard she tells you not to worry about. So, original Nightbringer, Kit Bash Nightbringer. I'm a big fan of Kit Bash Nightbringer. He looks super cool. I love it. Kit Bash work is some of my favourite, by the way. The Warrig. Oh my god. That's some effort gone into that.
William, going through the front door is definitely an occasion.
Dave, thanks for the 5. I based my white in Mephiston red. Was with that brown wash and highlight in more red. Perfect white because I stay the fuck away from white. I don't mind painting white if there's bits of it. I have really, really, really wanted for a very long time to paint a white army just to say I've done it. But every time I start, I give up because it's just pain. The second you start slipping, it's pain. What?
This one. So I'm on a 12-second delay. So the
Warrig, the big lorry.
That's my favourite one.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I
wow.
love the rusty.
There you go. Chat's the end of stream gallery. She's picked a favourite.
That's my favourite
Yeah.
one.
Big T Lightning. Space Wolves with runes on base performed heroic deeds in games along with stolen Grey Knight armour from their battle in the lore. Arjak and Grimnar far right. Oh, this is cool. The icy basing's cool. That's a super cool conversion, by the way. I'm a big fan of that with the wolf behind him too. Love it. Bit of snow. There you go, Luce. It's Christmas, look. Bit of snow.
I need to get my my Christmas Warhammer thing out when the Christmas decorations go up.
Logan?
Yeah.
He's in the garage. So we're saying we shouldn't take him to the studio.
Well, you can borrow him.
Oh, can I? These will. I really wish the wolves had a lot more new models, more updated models. These are super cool though. I love it. With the big, I don't like that.
I really like pastel colours on models.
You do, don't you? You're a pastel
Yeah.
fan in general, though, aren't you? To be fair. Thanks for the 5, by the way, Dave. You legend. Kratos with I have him somewhere, and I've never got him out of the box. I don't know whether I want to paint him or not. Cool classic model. Isn't up to everyone else's standards, but I'm happy with him. Great, right. First things first. I'm guilty of this. Right, honestly. I'm horrifically guilty of this, so please don't think you're alone. And when I show you the person underneath in a minute, everybody almost in chat will want to take their shit into the garden and stamp on it because this fucker is unbelievable. He's a good friend of mine though, and he'll be the first one to tell you that baby steps. No one is going to be able to hit the top level straight away. Keep plugging away. And not being up to everyone else's standards isn't the important part. The important part is the second part you've put there. I'm happy with him. Knowing when to say I'm happy with it, I'm ready to move on to the next one is so incredibly important. One of the things I've been really guilty of, because people like Mr. Martin Waller is my friend, I'm about to show you his in a minute, because things like Instagram and Facebook exist, because I watch people like Warhipster's guides and see his finished model, I look at my finished model and I followed his guide. I'm like, it looks nothing like his finished model. Of course it doesn't. He's painted hundreds of models and he's very good at it. I've painted one.
What I find kind of heartbreaking, but in a good way because it's also obtainable, is whenever I've compared the thing I've made to the picture, my thought is very quickly followed up with, the picture's been airbrushed, it's been edited because they're trying to sell a product.
Yeah.
That's why yours doesn't look like that. But this is real people who, some of them we've met, and it's not airbrushed, it's not edited, it is actually their work.
Well, and then we get to people like this lunatic, right? And this is the thing. I have started to treat these kinds of images a different way. This is my good friend Martin, right? I don't know if he's in chat tonight. Martin is a frankly incredible painter. He used to frequently competition paint, has won many Golden Demon Awards for his painting, has recently stopped competition painting and just paints armies and stuff for him to use and play games with now, which is still to an absolutely incredible standard. Now, what I used to do was look at what this man did, look at what I'd painted and gone, it's not even close, why am I bothering?
Oh.
Because that's, you know, it's the same as I've just made that fucking beef Wellington. It doesn't look anything like the picture. Why have I bothered trying?
That.
Right?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do now with this kind of imagery, and especially if you look at things like the way he paints his robes and his cloaks, and you look at these transitions, is I'm going, yeah, mine doesn't look like that now, but another human being has done that with paintbrushes. So if another human being has done that with paintbrushes, at some point, if I keep trying and I keep practicing, I can get maybe 50% there. And if I keep going, maybe 75% there. And maybe, just maybe, one day I can even get to that kind of level. Maybe, if I really wanted to. And so that's how I'm trying to treat it now. Instead of, my first one I've done in 3 years doesn't look like that, I'm bidding it. Because you look at what this clown does with it. Like, I mean, look at this. Unbelievable. That is a straight line down the middle there that's been painted by hand.
Well, the trick is to move your hand, not to move your fingers. When you're drawing a straight line, don't move your wrist. Move your whole arm down.
Right, you tell that to the lines I tried painting today.
No, that's the trick.
You tell that to the lines I tried painting today.
Well, did you move your whole hand, or did you flex your wrist?
I reckon there was an earthquake.
Right, okay.
Yep. Who's this, by the way? Steph, we're going to go away from... No, honestly, Martin's stuff is absolutely beautiful, and he should be wildly commended for how beautiful his painting is, because it's just always so nice and so crisp. And these Cities of Sigmar models are beautiful as well. He's done them justice, as always. He doesn't look like he's in chat, because he would have commented by now, but stunning stuff. Stefan, then, with the Custodes. I like the green accents. I've never really seen them before. They're super cool, though. Man flu survivor. What a mug.
I was about to say, that's a good mug.
I'm a fan of that. Forge Father Brad, see how far I can get with World Eaters before I go back to Demons. Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you. That's a fucking cool conversion, by the way. I'm a big fan of that. More of this, Brad, please. More of this. Angron with no armor. I actually kind of prefer him without all the armor, you know. Super cool model. And then a Master of Executions to top it all off. Yes. 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 Come on, Brad. I believe in you. We can stick to World Eaters. Rev Sheffy. I love painting my Speed Freaks earlier this year. Some of my favourite models. Not the best paint job I've ever done, but certainly the most enjoyable. That's another important factor as well, though, right? As long as it's enjoyable. That's a quality looking... What? I don't know what you hate about it. Like that. I say hate. That's a really nice paint job. I think most of us would be super happy with this paint job, to be fair. It's very orky. Big fan. Battle Wagon. Oh, look at that beast. That's a big old truck, that one, isn't it? Grot stuck to the front. Love it. Mate, that's
a cool car.
It's a really nice paint job you've done here. This isn't your best. I'd love to see your best, because this is really nice stuff. Really, really good work. I like the slightly muted orc skin as well, not overly highlighted and overly shaded. It's really nice. I love it when people do that. It's not my best it's not my best work. Get out. Stuff's great. See, Droots with the Dreadnought. More Ultramarines. A contrast base.
I think there's some pretty good camera work going on here as well.
Yeah, just do what Quipster does. Take a photo and then edit it so much it's not the original photo. What's this? Saray. Start of my OS army. Each model will be aligned to a different god with a different colour scheme. Saray, I mean, Saray's a very good painter as well. It's a very vibrant model, that. Love it. Super cool. The purples as well there. I don't think that picture does it justice, Saray. That's a nice model though. How much more? Oh my fucking god! There's loads to go. This might have to be a two-parter. It might have to be a two-parter, to be fair. GM Jack, Grey Knights, Harlequins, and Assassins. We have a Grey Knight. He looks cool. I love the OSL glow. I love a bit of OSL.
The highlighting is so good that sometimes it looks like somebody screenshot a computer image.
Yes, that's the point, isn't it? Ah, the Harlequin diamonds, you legend. Look at these diamonds. Those Harlequins are very pretty. Top job. And then the Assassins. That's a beautiful statue piece there that he stood in, by the way. That's really, really nice. Really nicely done. Love it. Love it.
I like the banner.
The banner
Yeah.
on the Terminators.
Yeah.
I like banner. I love a bit of OSL. I love the banner.
It's the attention to detail that makes you go, why? When did they have time for that? I don't.
Taking some better lit photos, says Carl. The Lion, my first use of contrast medium and doing non-metallics on the sword. This is such a good model. See, he's made like a little diorama thing as well. Where do you come up? Where do you guys come up with these ideas? Honestly, he looks cool. I love this model. The only problem is, Carl, you've picked the wrong helmet again. The purple's nice as well, by the way. It's a really nice purple.
Do you have a model that you won't ever take out the house because of the paint job or the basing or just the hours you've put into it? You don't even want to travel it.
No, I don't really own anything that I've painted anymore.
Ah.
Why do you think I'm so desperate to paint an army again?
Okay.
I had a few things that were mine that I'd painted, a few bits here and there that I added to an army that I owned, and I had an army that I painted that was mine, and I've subsequently got rid of or sold it all.
Why?
Well, because we've replaced it with better stuff, or we've replaced it with newer stuff, or we've replaced it with updated model ranges. And because of updated model ranges normally being something GW sent to us, we're on a deadline, so Joe gets to do it instead of me because we're on a deadline. And then the one army that I sold not too long ago, there was a number of reasons why I sold it, gameplay wise, but the models also were battered. There was chips and breaks and all kinds of bits. I was like, I'd just be better off starting again in the future. But because what we did is we bought a replacement army, put it in the studio from another person who sold it off of eBay, and then a friend of mine, who sold it, who I knew from Factorum, and then I just got rid of mine. So now I now don't own an army that I painted myself.
Okay.
And I recently decided that made me really sad.
Okay.
And that's why I'm now trying to find an army that I can paint.
I recently decided
that made me sad. I don't know what it was. I actually, that's a lie. I tell you what it was. I do remember why I actually decided it made me sad that I didn't have an army that I painted. At the moment, next month, at the moment, I'm supposed to be going to a Hellstorm tournament to spend some time with some people up there, right? And historically, if I would go to a tournament like that, I would just take the army that I painted every time.
Okay.
Wasn't the best army I owned. Wasn't the strongest army I owned. I would almost always take the army I painted. That was then something that I started to do less when I had another army that James from I forget his painting studio, when he originally did my World Eaters army for me.
Siege?
But not Siege, no.
Oh.
But then what I did is I started to paint some of my models and put them in the army that he'd originally painted for me. So I've been to tournaments where most of the army was painted by a commissioned studio, but there was models in there that I'd painted myself.
Ooh.
People couldn't tell the difference, which was cool. That was cool, right? So I did that for a bit. And now recently, I just don't have anything that's mine to take. So I'm like, I'm not really inspired to take anything with me. Because interestingly, I'm not inspired to run an army because it's good or it's competitive. I'm inspired to run an army because I love it and I'm proud of it. And I want people to go, that's cool. And I can go, that's me. Mm-hmm. That's why I want to take a specific army. I don't have that right now. And that was I was like, I don't really want to go to Hellstorm. Not because I don't want to go to Hellstorm, but I don't have anything that's mine that I can take. Now, I probably will still go, and I'll probably find an army to take just so I can hang out with people and enjoy myself. But that made me go, I want to paint myself an army. I want to have something that's mine and my work. And do you know what? I've got to a point where I don't care if it's not as good as other armies I have in the studio. It is, however, mine, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
Big Daddy John, welcome, dude. Thank you so much for the 20. I'm saying nothing else because I know what you do. Thank you. You're a legend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 20. That puts us on 37 for tonight. Not that we're counting. I'm not counting tonight. But the lion in his diorama looks super, super cool, Carl. You should be really proud. He's really nice. And this is the thing. This is what the other person was saying, right? Not as good as everybody else in here, but I'm happy with it. That's the mentality I'm trying to get to. Might not be as good as a Martin Waterarmy or a Saray model, but guess what? I painted all of it.
Yeah.
It's mine, and I did it. That's what I'm trying to get to now. The Terminator was a conversion to link back to the inner circle that used to exist in 30k. This was my first bit of 40k freehand doing the symbol. Well, you've done a good job if that's your freehand. That's cool. I like the frosty kind of look of this axe as well. That's nice. Beautiful. My first Eldar model, building up my display collection of my favourite factions. The symbol on the cloth was all freehand. Look at you getting big dick now, freehanding it everywhere. I love this model. He's so good. The Avatar is such an incredible model. But again, I get worried that I just can't do it justice. He's really good. Absolute top work there, Carl. Big fan of your work. Dr. Doom was my first attempt at doing non-metallic metal on a full model. I don't know who Dr. Doom is. Is that bad?
Dr. Doom?
Yeah, I know who he is.
I think that's...
Is he like Marvel?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a comic book bad guy.
Josh, my 2K worldie is for LGT. He's tagged Eddie for some reason. Yes, 8-bound. That skin on that 8-bound sick. Like that. Love the triangles. Beautiful. Angron, yeah, of course. Good man. More 8-bound. Top army, Josh. Big fan. Big fan. Look at him, look. I said no conversations. Let's just delete that. No, I'm joking. I won't do it. Jill, 1 Blood Angels Terminator Assault Sergeant complete with snazzy banner. That is, in fact, Jill is an incredible painter, by the way.
That is snazzy.
It is, in fact, a snazzy banner.
We were promised snazzy.
That red is really nice. You fuckers make me sick. Actually, that vampire skin tone is perfect, by the way, Jill.
It'd be cool if...
It'd be cool
if next time we do Stream Gallery, people put how many hours that model...
I don't know.
If you could track it.
I don't want to see that.
No?
No, because they'll tell me it took them 6 hours. I'm like, that would take me fucking 3 weeks.
But maybe it's 3 weeks that added up to 6 hours.
Yeah. Mr. Matt Clare Music with his crazy conversions everywhere. Oh my lord. That is a cool... Did you put all those individual bricks on there? The demons all over the... That's fucking sick. I love that.
I remember the day that miniature leaves turned up in the post.
I have miniature leaves, correct?
Yeah. I thought, that's it. He's finally lost it. We can go for a walk in the New Forest and come home with actual leaves.
No, miniature leaves are different.
Well, you just cut them up.
This is a quality diorama, by the way, Matt. The detail on this all over the place is amazing. Love it. Top work. Traitor Guard Valkyrie. Oh, it's Traitor Guard, is it? This is a Traitor Guard Baneblade. What was a diorama? Look at all these just little bits everywhere.
Why isn't there a television show about people entering their painted models?
There probably is. Super cool. Love it. Looks good. Big fan. Love the detail. Love the cultist squeeze in there.
Matty says, I did, yeah. Each brick was layered and painted individually. The longest I've spent on any base nearly killed me.
Traitor Guard Basilisk. The Cadians may break after the planet, but they will shake the enemy in like the quakes they endured. The conversion work on this Traitor Guard stuff is stunning, Matt, by the way. Really, really cool. Love it. Big fan. Good work, Matt. William Wills is back. Librarian Merlinus. Demonian Company with Magic Sparkle Axe. No. You shouldn't be able to show me this. The scratches are stunning, by the way. They look super cool. If you Photoshop cupped it out and put it on a blurry background. You cheater. Looks really good, man. Looks really, really nice. Thunderbirds are gay. Eldar Flyers. I love Eldar flyers. Them things they just sing when they've got a pretty paint job on them. That's really nice. Is that just masked and then sprayed on? I love it. I'm a big fan.
Sean says, if Luce thinks miniature leaves are weird, I wonder what she thinks about shredded coconut fibres.
Connor says, be careful entering models. They tend to be spiky. What are you chatting in here for, woman? Did you not read the post? No chatting. No chatting.
Okay.
You can hear the youngest upstairs repeating it. No chatting. 1 unit from every army I have, says Mrs. Mandy. Ooh. I love what people do at bases is mad on some of these big models. That is cool. I'm a big fan.
Ozzy says, if someone could post something painted with emulsion and highlighted with lipstick to make me feel better, it would be appreciated.
If someone could show something dunked, literally in spunk, I'd be happier. The assassin's cool. We've got an army of assassins, Mandy. The Tyrannid, I've got a thing about Tyrannids, by the way, at the moment. The basing on that is phenomenally good. We've got here a Space Marine in purpley pink. Super cool. Mandy, your stuff looks amazing. A Hospitabililla. Red and white. Love it. Really nice. Sometimes as well, what I find super interesting is sometimes it's the littlest details that make the model. Like this one, for example. Really nicely done. Nice paint job. But that white head is just crisp with a little green orb in the middle. It's really nice. This one here, right? The white's really nice. But look at the writing on the book. You can see it. Like, it's the little details that just make it phenomenal. Big fan. Big fan. Well done, Mandy. Love it. Doom, but how far? Oh my god, it doesn't seem to be going down. Doom Bunny, some of my favourite models to paint. So we've got Mortarion. I've attempted him twice and twice given up. Because he's huge. He's so much detail. He's nice though. Angron, sensing a theme. We like Demon Primarchs. Again, the verdigris here is really nice. The sword looks sick. Yeah, good work. Gaz. Mr. the Gaz Goal. That's a very nice paint job, actually. Understated, but really nice. Big fan. Oh, you lot put me to shame. I don't even know what that is. Is that from Lumineth? It's cool, though. Excuse me. Oh, he's cool. Although he does look a little bit like Christmas. You'll see it in a minute, Lucy, and you'll be like, oh, that one. It does look a little bit like Christmas. And we've got a Master Executioners for World Eaters with skulls on the base. That's really nice job as well. You people do some incredible work. The most I've ever pushed myself. A spinny Angron. Doesn't get any bigger, I'm afraid. Even heroic, look. I'm joking. Tom B, some of my favourite models and paint jobs. Got a chaplain on a bike. Black's actually quite hard to do. That's quite nice.
Is it because the things on his wings look like baubles?
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. And they're painted the same sort of colours as baubles as well. I love this model, by the way. I don't know why I love this Gravis Captain, so I agree with you there. He's cool. Scorpec Destroy Lord. Big fan. You don't see enough of them on the tabletop. Cryptek. Oh, the green's really nice on his little staff there. His little rod. That's cool. Big fan. Little glowy orbs. The trick to making green look super glowy?
Orange?
Use yellow.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, use yellow. Blade Wizard. He is a great little model, to be fair. Big fan of the Blade Wizard. Love the blue on the sword. And finally, oh no, not the Blade Wizard again. We have a Shield Captain, maybe. I love the Custodes model range. They're so, so good. That wing model's from Creature Caster. Oh, thank you. Does anyone not head swap the Master of Executions? I think everyone does, to be fair.
Why? What's wrong with the head?
It's just people like to make it a little bit more custom for their own particular army.
Oh, okay.
So they head swap it. Lara, two of my recent favourites I've painted. Oh, you'll like that because it's a blue and gold.
Yeah.
A bit of Bjorn. Nicely done. Nicely done. And Draz. I like the pink. It's fucking... I was supposed to be getting... Inspired by this. Not like, I don't... Why am I bothering? My mate's army is golden demon. He is a golden demon window and a slayer sword. Oh, he's a golden demon winner. Okay.
Oh, that blue.
Oh, I've seen this before. Painted planets on Eldar models. I've seen this previously. Yeah, his stuff's super cool. I'm a big fan of his stuff. The planet. Look at this. This is mental stuff. This is, to be fair. Like, it's not. That's not normal. Being able to do that isn't normal. The fucking planets up here on the plane's wings and stuff is absolutely mental. This is nice because it's super crisp and super clean. So I'm a fan of it, but the other stuff's just better. The Eldar stuff is just better. Oh, that's mad. All that pattern is hand painted. If I remember rightly. You wait till you see this last model loose. It actually zooms in quite nicely. But all of that stuff on the top is hand painted, if I remember rightly. There you go, that one. Oh, I'm not blocking your screen yet.
Nope, not yet.
The big stompy robot model. Be up any minute. Mr. the Barton Farm. Custodian's Dreadnought. Cool pose. Love that pose. And that one. They're actually quite poseable, those Dreadnoughts. Surprising how poseable they are. A few bits I've been working on. The stripes. You're all gluttons for punishment as well. Oh, he's cool. Have you seen the big stumpy robot yet?
Yeah, did you zoom in?
No, it was as zoomed as it could be.
I like the gold that it looks sort of like war weathered.
War weathered? What do you mean war weathered?
Like it's not a shiny gold. It's very clearly like it's kind of been in action a little bit. Looks a bit.
The bit with all the pattern on it?
No, the gold. Gold of
okay.
it. You know when people get really tempted with gold and it needs to look brand new gold.
This stuff that you're working on all looks super nice, by the way. Nice clean jobs. I love the lava bases. Love the vampire. Ugh. Why is it some people can paint anything? It's not fair.
Because they have a talent.
No, not fair.
Yeah, they have a talent.
Yeah, they're all really nice. Top work. Big fan of it, Mr. the Barton Farm. Brazen, new Terminator Captain I painted for folks at my local shop. That's a really crisp split down the middle there as well. Nice purple sword. He looks super cool. You lot make me sick. Soups. Does my sheer narcissism at my own non-metallic metal override my sense of shame I might have for posting up my second pick today? Absolutely. If that's non-metallic, Soups, you've done a really nice job there, man. The red on the axis is really sweet as well. I love non-metallic when it's a bit muted. This is spot on. Really pretty. Really pretty. Really impressive. That's I like that a lot, actually. It's really good, mate. Mr. the Stephen W. Most of the Carcharodon's Astra I have built and painted. Oh, there's a Warhound. It's like George, but not George. Multiple flyers. Oh my god, there's lots of it. An Adress. I like Carcharodons quite a lot. Look at all this stuff.
Glad to see this back. Hope you do more in the future. All my models earlier we painted using Mr. the War Hipster's painting tutorials. The knight's armor, shoulder weapons, head and banner were third-party parts.
Thank you, Tim, for the 20, you legend. They're all using Mr. See, I'm using Mr. the War Hipster's tutorials as well. So, you know. I'm just saying, check out Mr. the War Hipster. I love the fact that you actually wrote Mr. the War Hipster as well. They look super cool, Tim. I'm hoping to... Like, I've done a Gaunt, most of a Gaunt today. I'm going to hopefully finish him off in the next couple of days. And then probably try and batch paint the rest of the squad. And then maybe do a slightly bigger model and actually try and go, oh, I'm enjoying this process. I want to do more. That's what I want to do. I don't know at what point I hope to have it finished by, if I'm honest with you. Because the army's going to take a while because life gets in the way. But I actually really miss painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the process and the end result, and I actually really miss it. And I think I've just held myself to too high a standard over the last 3 or 4 years. And some people I know, people like Lee, who have continuously painted also through the last 3 or 4 years, have just got better, and I haven't kept up. And you know, in terms of doing more of these, I'd like to do some more of these. That, you know, I won't commit to a dedicated slot every single week at the moment, but I think, like, and the thing is, doing it weekly doesn't work either, because doing it weekly, people run out of images to share. But doing it maybe like monthly,
maybe like the last Sunday of the month.
the monthly like progress thing would be quite cool. Paramedieval, my only recent things of interest. They're still really cool with all the books. Why is it people got to think about books? I thought you all whinged about too many books in 40k. Now you're gluing them into all your models. It's cool, man. I like it.
I think we've found all the people that have the Toy Story glasses. Boop, 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 boop.
Tony can't paint. My Black Templars have blue trim and what? I like the blue trim. Blue trim looks nice. The Ballistus Dreadnought's quite nice, isn't it, actually, to be fair. The Grey Knight with his big Space Wolf boat. Oh, hey, have you painted this guy as well? He looks cool. The Joy Toy type figure. Bit of a Grey Knight. Oh, a head swap there with the Stormcast is nice. Bit of a Swarm Lord. Yes. And some Zoanthropes. I fucking love Zoanthropes. By far my favourites are Zoanthropes. High Fleet Behemoth. Is it supposed to be Behemoth? Love a bit of Behemoth. Love a bit of Behemoth. Love Zoanthropes. Adrian, what have we got here? And more Dante. I've got this model sat on a shelf somewhere as well, because he's a stunningly cool model. They did a really good job with Dante and Azrael and the Lion, I think, as models. Blood drops a spot on there, man. Really good work. And even highlighting the black robes at the back. Big fan. You lot have got some fucking talent, by the way. You should all give yourselves a pat on the back. Guard, gun, and positions. I love these models are fucking cool. GW, you know, I know we whinge about some of their practices, and we whinge about what they do, and we whinge about 10th edition, and we tell them that they're being arseholes, and they are. But Jesus, they knock some stunning stuff out the park model-wise, don't they?
How many of you, chat, have people in your life that don't know how good a painter you are?
Penitent Blades, Ash, some Penitent Blades, DA Successor, appreciation for Joe's heads. That is... Sometimes I look at what some of these people do, like quartered schemes, blue and yellow. They must hate themselves. With purple robes as well. That's an impressive colour scheme, man. Some Terminators. Yes, Kriegers, my faves. Fucking love Kriegers. Good work, dude. Looks amazing. Adrian with a Mephiston, another great model. Oh, people get fancy now, look, with spinning models and shit in Stream Gallery. He looks sick. Love him. Let's pause it. Mr. Dave B, my little effort. This is chaos stuff from Age of... I can tell you most names of most models in 40k. I can't really do Age of Sigmar. These are like Chaos Warriors. They look super cool. I know Dave's on the kind of fantasy train right now. Mr. the Chaotic Failure. Chaplain Dreadnought. Ezekiel ready to bonk some heretics. That's a big old Crozius he's got there. That's from Custodies, right? That's a super cool conversion. I like that. Big fan. Adrian with an Orc truck. Yes. Sand on the wheels looks sick, by the way. I'm a big fan of that. Abaddon. What a model he is. Oh, love that model so much. Building that model is an absolute joy, because there's detail on that model that is hidden by the armor. So when you build it, it shows you the different layers of his armor that you'll never see again after you finish building it.
But you'll know it's not
But I know
painted.
it's there. It's incredible.
I think if I was at any standard of the painting I've seen tonight and I showed a member of my family that I painted that, I think they'd all be like, no, you didn't.
War Master Will with a bit of Vashtor. He looks cool. I know he's Marmite as a model. I actually quite like him. A Forge and Fiendon. The colour scheme's nice, Will. Top work. And a Venom Crawler. Love the bone. Big fan. Big fan. Looks good. Cornet Ed. Axe is a bit wonk because fixing that prick when it broke was a bastard. Oh, and I love you. I love you, man. The blood effects are fucking super cool on this, by the way. Did you use actual blood for the blood god? So that's it. If you haven't, by the way, you can overdo it with it, but if you haven't used it, blood for the blood god is a great technical paint. It actually looks like blood once it's dried. It's so good. So good. So you can slop it on. Like if you look at the down here, this looks like a bit of slopped on blood for the blood god there and some extra splatters, and it just works. It's such a good paint. I can never decide if I like that model or not. I've got one. I looked at it in the box. Sorry, I don't want to build it, so thankfully I have a Joe. The few months' work. There's a sword. Still a sword. Colours of crystal. A lot of you are very neat. Another little dude. What's all this for? Another little dude. A torture table by the looks of it. What are you making? An Inquisitor.
Jill's just said, I've shown my mum some stuff, and no lie, she said, that's nice, Jill.
Oh, Gleamer looks cool. I like the sword. The sword's sick. Top work, dude. Top work. Tom's trade table. Some of my Black Templars. Fucking love Black Templars. Yeah, they're cool. Templars probably favourite Space Marines. A Tyranid. A winged Tyranid Warrior Prime thing. Whatever he's called. Mr. Boomshot. Fucking hell, this is still going. I made a mistake, Luce. What's this? A Nurgle Lictor? Lictor? I barely even knew her. I like the green glow eyes, by the way. I like the fleshy cape. Oh my god, I love what's he called? Death Leaper. I love the Death Leaper. Such a cool model. And I like the cloak. This is a really nice job on his cloak, by the way. A fleshy membrane. Mrs. Grimnar, a while back, a crashed land speeder. That's a cool piece of terrain, though. Yeah, I like that a lot, man. Good work, dudes. Big fan. I don't know why, but things like this, when they're not an actual model used for a game, but they're just, I find them really cool. Because not only have you just painted something the Games Workshop made, but you've then had to make it into something. So he's turned it into a nice piece of terrain. It looks like a crashed land speeder. And that, like, I've seen so many jobs where people just, like, stick something to, it's a crashed tank. Like, all you've done is cut a tank in half and stick it out of the ground. Like, that actually looks like a crash speeder, though, so that's a good work. That's a good job. Kit with his Chaos Knight. That's a quality paint scheme. That's really nice. It looks suitably dirty in chaos. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm a big fan. He's really cool. Chaos Knights are fucking cool, aren't they? Let's be honest. Have you made all those pipes yourself? Fucking sadist. Morty Hammer with the Apothecary. He's super cool. Like the blue, the red. Apothecaries, I dread them. Oh, I like that scheme quite a lot, actually. You lot are quite good.
It's amazing how a paint job can kind of make a model come across as really sinister.
Yeah. Oh, 100% it can, yeah. This is a great looking High Marshal Helbrecht. I like the helmet. I like the white. It's really nice. Really crisp. Bubble one with the Marnius Calgar with the stupidest pose ever. But the painted scheme's cool. On a Sky Shield landing pad as well. What a flex. What a flex. And something a little bit different from Mr. the Grimnar. What the fuck are these? I mean, they're cool. The paint job's cool, but I don't know what they are. I've not seen them before. Mr. B. Literally Mr. B. With... Oh, I like that scheme quite a lot. Top work, man. That's really nice. It's quite a striking colour scheme there. How, like, the thing is as well, right? These fuckers have all got like, they've all got real jobs.
Yeah.
Not like me. How do they find the time for all this? It's like, oh, I've been painting some models, and you look at it like, that's 12,000 fucking points. What have you done? Given up on sleep?
Yeah.
This is all RPG stuff, like D&D models and stuff, I guess. Love it. Looks cool. William Wills is back. My white efforts. I have noticed, by the way, that people are still posting images. You fuckers. I have noticed. I'm not stupid.
Maybe we'll do a cut-off, so no more now.
No, I'm going to keep going for now.
Okay, so when it gets to midnight and then you moan at me that you're tired, and I'm like, bye, I'm going to bed.
It's chat's fault.
Chat's fault.
That white and blue is a really nice scheme, Will, to be fair. Dr. Avalanche with... Oh, that's a nice yellow. That's super cool. It's an Imperial Fist. That, however, is a beautifully clean scheme. I know it sounds silly calling it clean, but that's really fucking nice. I'm a big fan of that. It's a great World Eaters scheme. And then these aren't... What are these? Also nice, though. Very nice job, paint jobs there for Mr. the Avalanche. 40k Medics Custodians, and I did the bases. They're all magnetised. Some of those dreadnoughts were really cool for magnetisation. I like the colour scheme a lot. The blue and gold, and the blue's very regal.
A lot of people do the blue and gold.
Those bases are fucking cool as well, those, don't they, to be fair. Yeah, I like those a lot. Good job. Good teamwork. Some of my minis armies. See, this is what I'm saying. Look at this. Who's got the patience to paint that many fucking drones? Galileo, this is some cool stuff. Oh, and another different army. A guard. Looks really nice. Oh, another army. Chaos Knights. You got more armies in the fucking studio. Paint scheme, really nice. This is the worst as well when all their armies are pretty. You're like, fuck you. Ultramarines, despite being Ultramarines, looks really nice. Sometimes a cohesive force on the table looks nicer because it's a cohesive force on the table, and it actually makes it look slightly, slightly nicer.
What do you mean by a cohesive force?
So you see one model on its own, and it looks good, nice, well painted, but then you see it in an army of 30, 40 models that are all painted the same, so cohesive, and you go, oh, now it looks really striking.
Yeah,
there's a whole force together. The Kroot stuff is really cool, by the way. Big fan. And then some Tyranids, just because you want to make me feel bad about my Tyranids. Yeah, they're nice.
We'll
I like
just throw some glitter at them. And glitter's great.
I'll just bin them.
It glistens and the light catches it all the time so we can dazzle your enemy. They won't even know it's not painted.
Mr. B, I love this scheme, by the way. It's really nice. Carl of Hodge. Look at Marnia's cat. So, okay, Carl. Right, you fucker. Carl was in the OnlyFans earlier saying, I'm not going to post my work because it's not very good. Carl, fuck off. That's really nicely painted, you clown.
You clown.
That's really nicely painted. Shut your cake hole. It's great. Found these 2 days work almost finished. Oh, What? I mean, what are they? They're like guard models. They're humans, obviously. Love the regal coats. Love the blue. White trousers. Top work. Big fan. Cornet Ed with his anger. Of course he's got anger on because he's Cornet Ed.
I want to hear more of Cornet Ed's descriptions on how he fixed something or painted it.
I mean, the man has an incredible way with words.
Yeah. He should write children's stories.
Yeah. 30k World Eaters from Mr. the Mikado. Classic World Eaters Terminators, double axes. That's a cool scheme, John, as well. Because John's a big fan of his heresy. It's the wrong life choice, John, but we'll let you off. I like the take on the World Eaters white, by the way. The sandy kind of yellow covered in blood. Big fan. I love the World Eaters Terminators, the Red Butchers. It's a shame we didn't get them for fucking 40k. You got a little moustache. What have you done there? Yeah, they're cool models. I like those quite a lot, actually. Love the double axe dudes. Big fan. Big fan. World Eater Scout was in WD 300. White Dwarf. Look at you go. Goblin Green Base. Win. Win. He was a cool model as well. I liked him. The 40k dude. Oh, the old Commissar. Goblin Green base for the win. Quote of the night. There is nothing quite like a clean rim.
Wow.
There is nothing quite like a clean rim. I'm a big fan. Penitent Blades Ash. Some fun Deathwatch conversion work for a friend to try and get him into 40k. Deathwatch is actually a lot of fun, I think, for a lot of people because you can do some crazy things with Deathwatch because you can just pick and choose what chapter you want to use. He's a cool kit. The old White Scars man. Big fan. Big fan. Had to go back in time to find something nice, though, says Carl. Yeah, but you've proven that you can do it. You're like me. I have painted... right. I'm not blowing my own trumpet here too much, but I have painted some very pretty models in the past. Not Waller pretty. Not competition-winning pretty. Some very pretty models. I painted models in the past where people have looked at them and gone, you did that? I'm like, yeah. Like, absolute disbelief. You did that? Yeah, I did that, yeah. That was me.
Thanks for the...
But Mike, like me, Carl, I assume you haven't had much time to sit down and paint, so I've lost my muscle memory and I've lost my brush control. It's about time, isn't it? But I'm fine. Thank you for the 5. Thanks for the kind words. The stream has given me a lot of motivation to paint more. Well, I mean, that was kind of the point. I haven't showcased off the community stuff for ages. I want to give a little bit back. Like I said, wasn't about members. We're at 37, by the way. Wasn't about members tonight. Nor was it about super chats. We're at 45, by the way. Nor is it about likes. We're at 118, by the way. But it was just about showing off hobby and trying to inspire each other a little bit more. The faces, Jill, look really nice. I like that. I like the scheme in general, actually. The blue and the pink looks really, really nice. Super nice job. Mr. B again, but more stuff. You just paint really cleanly, don't you?
Couldn't help but notice Jill's cutting mat in the background there. You still owe me a cutting mat.
Not true.
Yep, you stole mine.
Prove it.
I can prove it. You stole it. There was paint all over it.
Prove it.
You owe me one.
This stuff from Mr. B is just really crisp and really clean and very nicely done and very neat as well. Very neat. Beautiful work everywhere, man. Really, really appreciate it.
Ooh, I like that like aqua colour.
On the helmets.
Yeah.
Sons of Horus. This is what I would want to do for for Horus Heresy, Sons of Horus. Like Sons of Horus. And then some Biltan Wraith Guards just for the lols at the end there. Love it. Good. Matt Clay Music's back again. Lord Archeon Solar, the Ever Chosen, and 2/3 of Regimental Attaché. Yes. Matt's mad for his conversions. His conversions are fucking cool as well, by the way.
Oh, I like that colour green now.
Matt, he's really cool. I like him. I like how you basically can't see the head. I know that's done on purpose, but that's a nice touch.
I already know my one army would have an evolution of... I like that colour scheme now. No, I like that one now.
Edem with his armies. Oh, that's really nice. So Iron Hands Heresy, I think. I assume, because there's a Leviathan there. Beautiful. Emperor's Children. I love purple. I really like purple as a colour. I'm going to say it. I like purple.
I'm going to throw it out there.
I'm just going to say it. Bit of Lucius, big fan. Oh, that's very pretty. Very Christmassy at the top there, look. Like that. Nice work. Nice work, Ed. And then a Death Guard, Plague Marine, and then a Master of Executions. Love it. Big work. Big work. Right, chat. Oh. Stephen, thank you for the 5 gifted. Nordos, thank you for the 1. Grain Train GT, thank you for the 5. That is 49 of the finest new members. Well done, chat. Thanks. Thanks very much. You're amazing. Love you. Mr. B. Mr. the War Hipster, by the way. Chat. War Hipster's in chat right now. This is the man whose painting guide I told you I was following for this, and the one who Tim Chaser says who he was following too. So make sure you click on his name, or at least remember that image, and go find his channel and hit that subscribe button, because his Contrast Plus stuff is brilliant. And I don't know if I would have been so inspired to paint this Hormigunt today if it wasn't for his Contrast Plus tutorials. So check it out. That's a very nice pattern. This is the thing as well. Some of you would have just come up with this all by yourself, right? This is why I need guys like Josh's, because I don't think I have to create, like, the amount of times I go, hey, I've got a cool idea for a colour scheme, and I start doing it. It looks fucking horrendous because I don't know colour theory, and I'm like, wow, fuck that one. Job done. Adrian, thank you for the gifted. Fiddy. That's Fiddy, chat. Just Fiddy more to go. Wait, hang on. No, there's no goal.
Oh, there's a dinosaur.
It's from the Seraphon from Age of Sigmar.
Oh.
Oh, I love that blue. That kind of tealy blue is really nice. Super nice scheme. I need to do some heresy in the future. I have decided that what I'm going to try and do is my Tyrannid army and then my heresy army. And my heresy army, I'm going to try and make sure it's usable in 40k as well. So, have you seen the more Viking-esque heresy Spaceful Predator and heads to replace those stupid wolf heads they did? Liam, not tempted. I did see them, Aussie. They're so much nicer. So much nicer. But I really want to do Sons of Horus because I've got the Horus Ascended model that GW sent me, and I really, 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 really want to use that model. The Scorpions are beautiful, by the way. Really nice work. Mr. B again. How did I not know? Super crisp paint jobs all over again. Little Grot. Good man. And then some more Harlequins. Love it. Top work. Top work. The One True Hope, my 3 Wraiths and Scorpec Lords. Loving the greens on the blades. One of my favourite things to paint are Necron blades with those greens. Big fan. Again, super crisp. What do we love?
A nice clean rim.
A nice clean rim. That's what we love.
Doesn't Eddie like to paint neon type colours?
Eddie just puts orange over white and calls it a glow.
Oh.
Cyber Owl, I'm going to volunteer my Blade Guard, which are probably my models I have spent my most time on. Proud of them too. I love Blade Guard. Oh, they're cool. Nice extra basing there. See? Dark model, light base. Good work. Top skills that. Dark model, light base. Dark model, light base.
So would the reverse go as well? Light
model, dark base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, okay.
I would. But saying that, I'm by no means an artist, and I'm by no means a competition winner. It's just what I would do. Tom's trade table with the skink on the back of the other. Oh, that's a fucking cool little face, isn't it? Good job. I love those like weird Velociraptor models. They're super cool. Then a Cities of Sigmar. How many people have got the Cities of Sigmar box, by the way? A lot. A lot. Mr. Waller's here as well. Bit late to the chat. Thanks for the kind words. Mate, your stuff's always incredible, and I'll always give you kind words and always call you a fucker at the same time. Lou speaks wisdom from the shoulder, not the fingers.
For the straight line. So
for the straight lines.
Don't flex your wrist. Move your whole arm for a straight line.
That's what all women say, chat. From the shoulder, not the fingers. Hi, Marshal Helbrecht from Adrian. I love this model. He's such a cool model. Boomstick with the Lord of Skulls. There's a couple of Lord of Skulls in here tonight as well. He's super cool. An Angron and a Demon Prince. Love it. Love chaos. Mad for chaos. Oh, hang on. Did you actually convert these to be fuel tanks? You must have done. That looks fucking sick.
A lot of people talk about putting their blood, sweat, and tears into their minis, but not a ton of people have actually done it.
So he actually converted it. That is fucking cool. Oh, boomstick. I love that. Grain Train, simple, Tech Marine, praise it on the side. I decided to add some flashy bits to add a sweet look. My single best model, but some paint went over due to my nerve damaged hands for context. Nerve damaged hands, and you're knocking this out the park. Top work, dude. Big fan. Some people get over some, like, it's amazing. Really good work.
They get over some proper hurdles.
Yeah, some people are incredible what they get over. Good news, Liam. You're now just 30 minutes away from the front. Fuck you, Soups. Some Von Ryan's Leapers. I love these models. Oh, tell me how you did the gooey stuff. Because that looks incredible. Was it just like a glue gun or?
We've got a glue gun, if you need one.
Yeah, Real Liquid. Slam Sector's in the chat. Stage Blood. It looks fucking cool, that, by the way. I'm a big fan. Are you ever nervous about it, though? You ever nervous about it breaking and leaking everywhere? That's fucking cool. Repo's Calgar rebuilt his entire left shoulder. Slightly better. Slightly better there, Mr. the Gargoyles Plinth. Yeah, he's not the worst model in the world, but I'm not a fan. And then this one. This is the thing, right? You've got Abaddon and Rania's Calgar. They don't even compete. They don't even compete. Do they? Abaddon's is such a nicer model. Mr. B, more work from Mr. B. Fucking hell, this cunt's a painting machine. Jesus Christ, and everything's pretty. Can you just do a few shit ones and post them, please? Loving the hazard stripes. Nice little whip there. Top work. Little gobbo. I love Nighthorn. Not Nighthorn. I love Gloomspike Gits. Big fan of Gloomspike Gits. Oh, he's really nice. I like the dot pattern as well. Super cool. Love it. Tom's trade table with an army. Literally. Look at all that stuff you've got to paint.
Oh my god.
He's got a lot to paint there. That'll keep you busy for a bit. 40k medic, custom Black Templar eradicators. Oh. Chat, you've done some incredible work tonight. I say tonight.
Oh, I like that one. The like Orky Witch or something.
The little one.
Yeah.
The Gloomspike Gits, yeah.
That one's
CJ,
cool.
welcome to the channel as a Skull tier member. 51, 49 to go. Not that we're counting. Thank you so much, Yar Grimnar, for the white and purple crisis suit. I want to say crisis suit. He looks cool. You people doing white is brave. Jupiter, a Castus I've been working on. Oh my. Oh my god. There's a lot going on in that. That's fucking cool. I guess if you're going to spend that kind of money, though, you might as well put some time into it. Rambo and his Custodian Terminators. The blades are really nice there, Sam. That's really, really nice. The red's nice and crisp. Top work.
Now, what you want to do is absolutely leave them in the way of Rambino.
You know what he's missing here?
Absolutely.
What we're missing?
Oh.
What do we love?
A nice clean rim.
Nice clean rim. Nice clean rim. Now I'm just trying to keep you up, says Mr. McArdle. Fuck you, John. 3 minutes ago. Drakari. Good job, I love you. More Drakari. Oh, I love the blue and the blue. The double highlight there. Fan. Big fan. More Drakari. That purple's really nice with that blue, actually. That goes really nicely. I like that quite a lot. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, for straight lines. Exactly what, yeah. Don't forget, chat, always use from the shoulder, not from the fingers. Yeah. They'll be happier if you do. Lou's just figured that one out, Martin. Just twigged that one. Soups with the... I was going to stop at 2, but you wanted an easy white. This armor is literally just Apothecary White contrast over Wraithbone. That's it. Oh, wow. Over Wraithbone? I'd assumed you put it over Greyseer. And I was also assuming that it would go blotchy on the big panels, if I'm honest with you. Call for day with some Chaos Knights. 10:30 we're finishing these, by the way.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the blue, actually, with the kind of maroony kind of red. I'm a fan of that. Oh, that's suitably disgusting. Big fan of that conversion work as well. Yep. Yep. Looks fucking weird enough to be a Chaos Knight. Big fan. Dats and Des. Just so you all feel better. Yeah. I don't think that is Dez's attempt, by the way. But I remember that picture from a long time ago. For the reactions. Oh. Abaddon's such a cool model. I'm going to send mine to Waller and get him to paint it for me. That's fucking cool. That's a lot of effort, though. That's a tiny hand. Why would you do that?
Do you use a stencil for stuff like that?
Hang on, let's go show you the size of the hand now. Look at that. I would say no, he hasn't used a stencil for a hand that small. That'll be hand painted. Which, yes, makes it even more sickening. Yeah, he's really crisp. I like him a lot. Oh, a giant type thing. A Gloomspike giant-y thing. Got nose like my mother. The shading here is really pretty. Top work, Tom. Yeah, he's really, really nice. Some amazing work, chat. And then we've got the Krieger. Probably the most understated out of all of them, the most muted, but probably also my favourite. Love the way those models look. Wallmaster Will with Typhus and some Matarian. Will is, in fact, a Wallmaster. He loves chaos. Jarl Grimnar, thank you for also sharing with us another Space Wolf. I fucking love Space Wolves. I need to get Joe to do them, but I keep changing what he's doing next. Top work. Love it, love it, love it. Mr. B. More stuff from Mr. B. What the fuck is that? Looks like my ex. More of the blue spectral heads that you liked, Luce, I think, coming up. Yeah, they're really cool. I like those quite a lot. Some Heresy Mechanicum. Oh, old Abaddon. No, old Horus, sorry. I love that base. That base is cool. And Super Chicken.
Is it a snail?
I don't know what it is. Like I said, it looks like one of my exes. Mikado, no sleep. A nice little sister. Doing it for themselves. I like the blue, purple, and white. It's quite nice. Quite a fan. Including the organ grinder. Look at that. Sick model. Proper 40k that one. Dr. Avalanche with his not guardsman. I can't remember what they're called. Like navy breaches or whatever. A bit of almost can't. Oh, I love that. That's a beautifully painted model, man. Top work. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. You lot make me sick. The heads are really nice on these. I love these New World Eaters. They're so good. Oh, Mrs. the Mandy's here. Oh, I love the flowers around the assassin. People do some amazing stuff with this assassin, actually. He's a cool model. I'm not brave enough to tackle mine yet. And some cultists. Some very colourful cultists. Big fan of them. Like it. More Chaos Marines. There's some really pretty paint jobs. Loving the flesh tones on these guys. Super cool. Not Necrons though, Mandy. Interesting.
Oh, those flowers are nice.
Yeah, Gargoyles, Plinth with Bayard's Revenge, but as an Ultramarine? How dare you take him away from being a Black Templars? How dare you? But he looks cool. I like him a lot. And then Mr. Angler with skulls at the feet. That makes sense. That's the right life choice there. How long are we keeping this going? Fine, have a Space Wolf Kit Basher Soups. The last one of the night. Is a cool model though, isn't it? That's from the Space Wolf kit. I'm a fan. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, now you... Right. After this, chat, just so you know now, nothing else is getting added. After Jupiter's posts. Just so you know. I want 10 minutes of talking to you people before I can go to bed. Jesus fucking hell. You're so needy. Some of my freebooters. Oh, look at the blue, white striped trousers. Yeah, I love that. Oh, that's different. I love some of the conversion works that we see as well. Conversions fascinate me. The whole, I don't want my models to look like, I don't just want them to look different to another person's because of the paint job. I want them to look different because I've completely changed the way the model looks. I'm a big fan. Yeah, Captain Badrock. Look at all these freebooters. They're super cool.
They are cool trousers.
They are cool trousers. That's a really... I love that. The paint job looks really... Again, as a coherent force, looks really nice all together. Top work, man. Oh, the shark in there. From the old... Idneth Deepkin, that's the one. I had to think them for a minute. And the turtle from the Idneth Deepkin. Beautifully painted scales on the turtle.
Please disperse.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. Hey, that's cool. I love this stuff. I love the Freebooters army. Really, really good. Some guns.
For me, it's like the checkered patterns.
If
If it's not a stencil, that must be some...
Yeah. I just look at some of the colours that people put together as well. I'm like, why did you think that would work? And then how does it actually work? Do you know what I mean?
And when there's scales on stuff, is that in the mould or has that been?
Most of that will be in the mould, yeah. Vizzy got thank you so much for the 10 gifted. 61 chat. 39 away, not that we're counting. Nobody with his Gullyman. He's a tough model to paint. Brom found him hard.
Brom's a pretty good painter.
He is actually. Winged Tyranid Prime, he's really nice in Leviathan colours. Big fan. And then your Ballistus Dreadnought, super clean that. Really good job. Really, really nice clean paint job. And I will include Jill's because Jill's one of my favourites. That's a beautiful grey. Yeah, that's intentional. Love the hazard stripes. That skin is really nice there as well.
Wouldn't kit bashing change what abilities your models?
No. Well, yes, but no. Right, chat. That's it. You people are incredible. We're coming away from Discord now. If you're not in Discord as a member, !Discord, get yourself in there so you can be involved in the next one. I don't want to just see good paint jobs. I want to see everything you're happy with, everything you're proud of. It doesn't have to be as good as everybody else's. It doesn't have to be as good as Martin's. It doesn't have to be as bad as mine. It could be anywhere in between. I just want to see it. So to answer your question, kit bashing kind of, yeah. So if you were to kit bash different weapons and stuff onto a model, and apply the rule of WYSIWYG at an event, and that model could take the weapons that you put onto it by kit bashing it, then yeah, that arguably would change what the model can do. A lot of kit bashes, like some of those orc trucks there had sharks with bombs strapped to them. It doesn't suddenly have a shark launcher. It doesn't exist, but there'll be a weapon where he's like, this is what I think it should look like instead of what they've done. And so that's just my take on how this weapon works, which I think is cool.
What do you mean you've not got a shark launcher?
How dare you not have a shark launcher? Brom found him hard because Girly Man was excited to see such a loyal Ultramarine. Absolutely. I love the play on words. It's just because there's an immense amount of trim. Like, this is the thing. This stuff it requires an incredible amount of patience to get to where a lot of you are. Like, you should all be super fucking proud of the hobby that you're doing. And if, we've said this forever, if people go to events and want to represent the Great Hall, we've got a name that people can use to go and represent the Great Hall. I would be incredibly proud if any one of you were to tell them, I'm from the Great Hall, we share this work in there, because it's amazing work to see you doing it. I love people being so encouraging with each other as well. Like, it's just really, like I said, I don't know how you guys have the time to do it. You've all got fucking real jobs to go to. I sit here and I still don't get the time to do it. But it's incredible work. I also want to say a big shout out to people like Josh, to War Hipster, to people like Martin, because these people are great achieved painters who do a good job all the time, and then I've sat with Martin for hours at his desk whilst he's taught me a certain technique, and Josh puts out fucking tutorial after tutorial after tutorial just to help her. Like, he doesn't have to, someone like Josh doesn't have to do that. I mean, I know it's his channel, but people don't have to do that. They don't have to show us how they do it. Like, if you go on to places like Instagram, there's people that will just put guides on all the time about how I do my white, how I do my browns, how I do my rust, and they just put guides up. And it takes some time. It takes Josh a lot of time to make his videos, to stick that stuff out there for fucking idiots like me who look at the box art and like, I have no idea I'm ever going to get to that. Don't know. So the guide that I'm following right now from Mr. the War Hipster is High Fleet Kronos. And what he did with 10 of his termagants was he painted all different high fleets. All different high fleets. So what a lot of people do is they'll get a box of 10 termagants from Games Workshop and they'll paint one and they'll put it on fucking Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and be like, I painted 1 out of 10. And Josh painted 10 all different colours. All different schemes, and went, here's all the different high fleets. And if he hadn't have done that, if he did what everybody else did and went, here's High Fleet Leviathan, I still wouldn't have a painting guide, and I probably wouldn't have spent some time here today painting.
Yeah.
So, big shout out to all of you amazing people, all of you incredible people, because your work is amazing. But a big shout out to the War Hipsters and the Martins out there who are also prepared to sit there and teach us and show us how to do it, because it's hard. Like, I'm not an artistic person. I enjoy the process. I like painting models, but I'm not good at it. I'm not an artistic person. I don't know the colour wheel. I don't know colour science. I don't have patience. I've got the hand skills of a fucking ape. Honestly, I got hands like an orangutan. I don't have the dexterity to do tiny little lines and stuff. And if I do, I have to spend ages to practice to get there. So you lot keeping it up and doing what you're doing is amazing. Sometimes going to events like Great Hall Gatherings and stuff like that, or GTs, and seeing people's work is one of my favourite things.
Yeah,
I like wow,
going
you did this.
table to table and asking them, how long did that take you?
Yeah, and you know, genuinely seeing their face light up when you're like, you did this.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible.
Although if you are an illustrator of Great British Bake Off, that's cheating.
Yeah, of course. Slightly cheating. Yeah. So absolute top work tonight, you beautiful human beings. Like, amazing work. Like I said, we're not going to do this every single week. Once a month-ish, maybe. And I'll put a notification out there and say, hey, drop all your latest work below and we'll showcase it again. We haven't done it for like a year. We used to do it at the end of every stream.
Yeah.
Last 50 minutes of every stream. Which then wouldn't be 15 minutes.
No, it got very quickly out of hand. And the impression I got from it was, oh, I feel like you lot don't talk about this very often, because when there is time to talk about it, it is an orchestra of, I did this and I did that and I thought about this and I converted that. So it was 15 minutes is never enough. And it became quite apparent to us that it needs to be...
Well, they also all did fucking soups. And we're like, we'll keep him up for longer. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's good though. People are proud of their work. They should be.
Thanks Liam for the impromptu stream, just before the start of the working week, which is the low point of the week, with a stream proving I have no talent. Great work everyone on the Discord. Middle finger. Dempsey _sad Joe _sad Joe.
If it makes you feel any better, Eston, I'll feel a bit shit now as well. Like, ugh. Fucking give up. If it helps. But YouTube keeps telling me I should do streams on Sundays, but Sundays are supposed to be my day off. So unless I move my day off, which is highly unlikely, then I don't know if we're going to do a regular Sunday stream. Although, that all being said, I have no idea what the content schedule will look like once we're finally settled into the new studio. Like, it could change dramatically. Dramatically? I'm tired now.
Drastically.
Drastically and dramatically. It could change both of those things. I'm getting tired now, chat. There's 11 minutes to go. 61 members. I'm just saying. But yeah, yes, you soups, by the way. But I think that although it's not, it's not a stream that's going to become like a regular piece or an algorithm winning fucking stream, or even something that will wildly change the monetization of the channel and suddenly mean we can pay Eddie full time. It's not going to do any of those things. But I do think it's cool to show off the community to the rest of YouTube and to show everyone's work to each other on a stream as well. Like, you don't have to go searching through Discord to go and find stuff now. Once a month, once every 6 weeks, something like that. It will be random. I like your idea of aiming for the last Sunday of the month, by the way. I do like that idea. So doing something like that just as a bit of a give back is quite cool. I quite like it. I'm a fan of it. I like it a lot. Did you see Jupiter's comment? No, what was it? I was running them as Shark Jump Draxes. That's a great name. Okay, I'm a fan. I'll give you that one. You can have that one. But yeah, anyway, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you have enjoyed the impromptu stream, in all seriousness. I hope you've enjoyed everyone seeing each other's work and seeing what people are doing. I'm hoping some of you at least have gone, fancy picking up a paintbrush again.
Yeah.
I'm into it. And some of you might go, I actually kind of want to be on the next showcase. Here's my cheekiness penance. Appreciate the kind words as always. Love you both. Soups, you're incredible and we love you dearly. So don't you worry. You're fine. You're my kind of person, Soups. You're my kind of banter. You're good. No penance required, to be fair. Okay. Anyway, I think that's it. Are we done?
Yeah, can be.
Should we get ready for some bed?
Yeah.
Because I need a shower. I stink. Well, I do want to paint a little bit more.
I have a paint fact.
Like a loose fact, paint fact.
Yeah. Artists used to store their paint in animal bladders.
What?
Artists used to store their paint in animal bladders. Not a paint pot, an animal bladder, like
I mean, I
bag.
can believe it, but
Like,
who found out that was...
probably just... Well, it's watertight, isn't it? Because there's a bladder, so it can hold paint.
Well, not by the time you've hacked it out of the animal.
I guess back then they honour the whole animal. I'll have that. That's a bladder there. I'm thinking of taking up picture in that fruit bowl. I'm going to give it one more go. Give me that bladder.
Who went... What can I use the bladder for? Painting.
It's watertight.
I don't know. That sounds...
What was the brush?
I don't know if I feel like that's true. I'm not that...
Probably, it was probably still horse's
It's more
hair.
disturbing than I am worried about it being true or false, to be honest with you.
I think it's true. The bladder was fashioned into pretty purses until the paint tube was invented in 1841.
Oh, Mordyhammer says, just posted my army, was rushing to finish while watching. This was his army that he was saying he was going to try and finish by the end of the weekend. So, just for Mr. the Mordyhammer, I'm going to show off this fully painted army. Look at that. I assume more than 2,000 points looking at it, but tell me. There you go. We'll bring it back up just so we can show it off.
Mordy's been with us a while.
He has. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lehman Russ says, I'll see you at the Hellstorm event. Oh, I might not go down this.
We need to get Emmy back in her cone.
Of shame?
Yeah, the cone of shame.
Oh.
She hates me every
I'm
time.
joking, Josh, by the way. I'm joking. Looks really good, Morning Hammer. There you go. We showed it off for you. All right. We showed it off. Nah, it's not a problem, dude. It's cool. It's cool. Good job for finishing it. It's my challenge, chat. You need to keep me honest. It's my challenge to finish painting an army. Keep me honest. Anyway, thank you so much. Like I said, you know, this stream isn't about memberships. It's not about chat revenue. It's not even about likes, really. It's just about sharing our work with each other, and I think that's important, and we could probably do that slightly more frequently, maybe, perhaps. I just like looking at your work. There's just some incredible stuff in there, and incredible doesn't have to be a Martin Waller paint job or a Slayer sword winner. It doesn't have to be that. It can just be your conversion or just something that you're really proud of. And ultimately, if you post it, you're probably posting it because you're really proud of it. And you should be. The work's incredible. This hobby is not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be rocking models that would be happy to enter into Golden Demon. It's not easy. It's really hard. You guys have been amazing. You should be proud of your work. I'm proud of you doing your work. Also, keep up the gym. Oh, I missed my second session last week, Mandy, and I was very upset. But time escaped me. I'm looking forward to getting back in there probably Tuesday. Which army? Sisters Elder or Nid? Well, that's lottery, isn't it, Tim? Who knows? Who knows? What happens to the slightly airbrushed Sisters army? It's in Joe's possession now, Ed. Because we want to get Sisters on the channel sooner rather than later. And what I'm not doing for my Tyranids is putting a time frame on it. I'm not saying I want to do this by the end of October, because then I'll get pressure and I won't want to do it, because I'm trying to do this for enjoyment purposes. And have fun with it. So we're not doing that. We're gonna simply take our time. Ideally have it done by maybe the new year, which gives me quite a lot of time. If I keep doing my hobby evenings and stream galleries and stuff like that, then maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. Jill, thanks for the 5 paintbrush love heart. Yeah, is that right? If you put paint on a model, you're already better painted than the majority of the population of the planet. True. True, Josh. Thanks for hanging out as well, Josh. You're a legend. Love you. And thank you for being awesome. Thank you for your painting guide. I'm going to be abusing it. Anyway, right, cool. That's it from us. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope we see you in the streams during the week. So Tuesday is Brom versus Joe. Wednesday's the 40k show. Thursday, I'm not sure who's playing. Friday is 40k After Dark. Another full week of content. More shorts coming from Eddie. The one that's launching tomorrow, I'm very excited about, by the way.
It's good.
It's the one that I showed you.
Yeah.
Even Luce thinks it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very excited about it. And it's the one that I kind of want to say to him, more of this. To be key. Phil Campbell, thank you for the gift. Stop gifting the super chat now. I'm trying to go. All right. Thank you for the gifted. You're a legend. 62. Amazing. Biltong Boob. Got it. Great. Great name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So tons of content coming this week. 3 more shorts. 4 more streams. Hopefully the keys.
Whoop, whoop.
This week. Hopefully the keys. Okay, cool. Anything you want to add before we go?
Nope.
You people are amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 5 gifted. Just as I say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching.
Goodbye.
We'll see you in the next one.